A dear friend of mine, Ami Ganatra, who's written this book on Mahabharata and Ramayana, is on the campus. One distinguished gentleman didn't know who she was or what she does. And apparently she was asked to introduce herself, and she was introduced as the author of these two books. In this day and age, who writes a book on Ramayana and Mahabharata? And this is from a person of Indian extraction, Indian origin, who's done well for himself outside this country. And then she had to throw her qualifications at him. I'm a product of IIM Ahmedabad, this and that and all that. Only then, then it must have some meaning to it. Until then, Ramayana and Mahabharata have no value until the tag of IIM Ahmedabad goes along with it, you see. That is the problem, and that proves the central thesis of my book of coloniality, which is you are not even willing to look at your own scripture on its own merits unless the tag of an organization which was set up in post-independent Bharat is associated with something that is at the very least 5,000 years old. What Mera Bharat Mahan, I don't understand. I think this is where you have to start decolonializing yourself. The battle is about knowledge. The battle is about whether I have equal breathing space on the negotiating table when there is a discussion on philosophy, on political culture, on economics, on science, on rationality, on reason, logic, temper, so on and so forth. I still don't have an equal space because I am expected to go through the very same success and failure model of the West. The West will do something, they'll say, oh, this is great, we'll say, this is great. Then they'll realize, oh, this was a complete failure, then we'll come back to the very same failure. So the rest of the world has no other option but to follow the West in all its trial and errors. So they have the power of ideation, we are the empirical data, period.